and tell you whatever they want to tell you. You know what I mean? It's a shame.
It's money. It's money and religion, yo. It's a hustle
all the way
game.
around. And it's more than money. It's control.
Yeah.
You can tell people. You have people. All right. Let's go back to grandparent days, right? Didn't used to hear stuff like, you can't play cards on Sunday. You can't do, like, say, matter of fact, in Baltimore now, the state law, the way the law is now, if you want to go to the liquor store and a lot of times you got to go to a bar to get something, to go get some alcohol versus going into a regular liquor store on Sundays, like at a certain time.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain, there's a certain superstition that they put around a certain time being. If something is bad, if it's bad 6 days, how did it turn good for just a few hours and then back to bad again? The same game that they play with the plant. The same game that they're playing with, they play it so many different ways. And we feed and buy into it, and then we got these little double standards that we got for things, and we wonder why our relationships don't work out. You know what I mean?
True.
We wonder why the job don't work. Well, the job lied to you on one hand, but they expect you to be honest. You know what I mean? So then when you're too honest, they kicking you out the door because you was too honest. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because today at lunch, I won't mention what job or individual, but this particular job give random drug tests, right? And you're found with dirty urine, guess what? Two things is going to happen. Either you, if you have a certain skin tone or...
Right, you going out the door.
Yeah, but if you have a certain skin tone, you just may get help.
Like, look, come back in 30 days.
Yeah, just don't do it again.
Just come back in 30 days and we'll retake it, okay?
But the funny part is the person that I found out on this particular job that does the hiring and firing is an alcoholic.
Yeah, a lot of times. Big time.
Crazy, right?
Man, they're the worst. Remember Bernie Madoff?
That name sound familiar.
That's the dude that ran that big Ponzi scheme in New York. Was ripping all the rich people off of money, the law. He's over there getting cocaine delivered to him on the top floor. That's what he's doing. Businessman in business suits. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, there was another guy. Now this is not he not running the Ponzi scheme, but he was the general manager for the Washington Redskins for a couple years ago. Why they let him go? They said he was always drinking on the job. These are high-paid executives. You know what I mean? You see these folks. They got the secretaries. They do everything else. You know what I mean? When they talk about the pedophiles around the world, they go to Thailand and Vietnam and all the little places. Them big-time doctors. These are like big-time surgeons.
And lawyers and judges and the same people that
judges and all of
give
them.
you 15 years for pedophilia.
Same, yeah. And here's how they hit you with the pedophilia. Say I'm 25, right? I met the girl. She told me she was 19, but she really was 17. Now all of a sudden, they upset. Now I got the whole little Joan on me. Now I got to register. This is not a real life. This is hypothetical. But I'm just saying,
of course.
I got to register like a sex offender now. You know what I mean?
On the one hand, leave something on your door every time the holiday come around.
Yeah. Then right. So then you got that on the one hand. But meanwhile, you got these big-time lawyers, judges, all types of people, bankers. Remember the guy from France? He was like the international bank. He went to New York, stayed in a hotel, raped the what they call not a waitress.
You talking about the lady to come clean the room?
Yeah. Raped one of them, and I think she was like from East Africa or something like that.
Okay,
but that's you know what I mean? That was kind of like the start. Like before all this Me Too thing blew up, he was a big-time guy because that's the International World Bank. You know, the one that that charges all this high interest rates on these third world countries.
And it would be tied into the Zionists, and that's a whole nother segment.
Yeah. So that, and also the fact that that's how you keep the major oppression that you got going on anyway. But back to the Krows. This plays into it. You know what I mean? Because when you're feeding people the delusion, eventually you're going to get to the point where people say, you know what, there might be some truth to the fact there's more than just us here in this world, but forget it all. Atheist. Done with it.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to do. And that's what's already beginning.
Yep. But my thing is, my faith in a higher power, they got to weep with their soul, man. If that's the case, and they got to be brought up on charges like every man and woman, right? They got to weep with their soul, because my thing is, if you're being deceptive or you using something of truth as a hustle or a way to get by and poison the minds and poison the weak and the poor,
Yeah.
you got to weep with your soul. Are you really doing God's work?
It'll come back and haunt. It'll come back
Are
to
you
haunt.
really doing the Most High work?
It'll come back to haunt. Remember Eddie Long?
I remember that with the homosexual scam in
Right.
Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta when that happened.
And you see how fast he disappeared.
Yeah.
And that was quick. Because he looked healthy as I don't know what a couple years before the fact. And all of a sudden you saw him. I didn't even recognize him. And then next thing you know, he was gone.
Oh, did he die?
Yeah, he died.
Seriously?
Yeah. That
Wow.
didn't take that long.
What, he had the bug or something?
They didn't say what.
Oh, yeah, it's probably it.
They didn't
You
say
having
what.
sex with males, man. Come on.
It was a good chance. But still, you play games with certain things. And
It
it's
come
going to
back.
come back
It
and
come
get
back. What Malcolm said, the roosters come back to
you. Right.
roast.
They come back. You know what I mean? You play game, that's with your health. Okay, just go ahead and just load up with butter. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you'll be rolling in. Doctors over there pressing on your legs. Like, something ain't right, buddy. Let me check your blood pressure. Medication time. Open heart surgery
Killing
time.
you
You know
slow.
what I mean? Right.
Killing you slow.
Right.
Hopefully I can stay off that doggone butter. The
Right.
thing is, too, man, my family and I used to be very big advocates of eating healthy and certain things. Like last month, it was good for like 30 days. I wouldn't eat no meat until like Friday. And then it'd be like baked or boiled. No red meat. Fish, salad, water. And then at one time,
Get the taste.
I broke that cycle. Ate a cheesesteak that Monday. I said, all right, eat some fish. Then it slowly but surely broke me down.
Yep.
To the point where
Right back on it.
gained 5 more pounds again, yo-yoing.
Yep.
You know, so. But the guy from Africa.
South Africa.
Shout
out to South Africa.
Shout out to South Africa, and shout out to the real kings and queens in South Africa, and those who walk by the truth,
Right.
and those who had the real knowledge and wisdom and understanding of their religion or their faith. You understand, and not
their
settle
struggle.
for
And
their
also,
struggle.
yeah, and also stand up. It's your land. You
Yep.
know what I mean? I know people trying to demonize for what you're trying to do, and maybe you might not be going about it the perfect way, but this ain't a perfect world. So,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And get rid of these false prophets. 2019, no false prophets. You feel what I'm saying? But you, sir, you're eating these crows.
These crows, eat these crows.
All right, peace. There goes our segment of
right.
Krows Korner. Once again, JimCrow.com,
Jim Crow music.
JimCrowMusic.com. Sorry about that. SoundCloud, Spotify.
Matter of fact, you just go to JimCrowMusic.com. Everything there.
Yeah, everything there. Uninvited.
Check out the single in stores now. No copy.
No copy. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder
Right.
as well. So,
And there's more coming.
more coming.
We got all types of music coming.
Yep, so stay tuned for that. And we appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate Gov holding most of the weight while I was gone, making me look good. So catch y'all next week. Krows Korner. Peace.
Yeah.